Good morning on this November 3rd, 8:30 in the morning, Friday. That was really weird. I just said Tuesday very confidently. It's not. Let's be very clear. So, we're talking today about negating. Okay, let's... Take two with you guys. Love doing this live. All right, a little under the weather today. My throat, my back. I think I'm getting a cold. Not sure, but I'm here with you right now. And the sun is directly in my eyes. And we're going to talk today navigating, not navigating, navigating. I don't know where navigating came from. Navigating our express lanes, which we've talked about before, but merging. There is not an exit for every exit that you want to exit at on your express lanes. I hope that makes sense. For example, if you're traveling in the express lanes, there are only designated exits that get you from point A to point B. It being express, it's designed for you to go lengthy amounts of travel in order to avoid all the other thick traffic. But for example, I encountered this when it first happened. I was like, whoa, you really have to be paying attention. For example, I-4 westbound, as you're traveling out there, and we'll use Lee Road as an example, and you want to exit for Lee Road, you have to be paying attention. There is no questions about that. You have to be 100% on your game. So what I want to do is attempt to demonstrate that. We'll talk about it briefly. Then we're going to go out and do it once for us to get a good angle of exactly how this looks. Yes, I am a native Floridian. Yes, I am wearing a vest today because I am a little cold. I also think it's because I'm not feeling that well. So first and foremost, in the express lanes, anytime you are merging, you've got to get up to the normal speed of whatever anyone else is. What I've seen a lot is, one, a driver will go to merge. They're doing 60 miles an hour in a 60 zone. They're merging into other travel lanes that are in a 60 zone, but yet you slow down. You brake. This is not what we should be doing. You should be cautious, but you shouldn't be slowing your speed in order to gain with other traffic that is doing greater speed. Because at that point, you are slowing the traffic down. We've talked about this till we can go crazy in the head, but we will continue to talk about it so you understand it. Think about it. If you slow down your speed and you're trying to merge in, you are going to mess up the traffic you're trying to get in, and the merge is going to be very difficult. You've got to be aware. You have to be looking around, checking your rear view, your side view, your blind spots, all while maintaining the speed. This is something that is vital into making a successful merge. If you don't do that, it's going to be stressful for you no matter what or how you're doing it. So when I hear people say, oh my gosh, it's so scary. Well, what are you doing? Well, I get over and the cars are just there. Right, they're supposed to be there, and you're supposed to be there too, but you got to be nice if you're joining them. So let's go and hop out into the express lane. We'll see what traffic looks like this morning. We're going to get on from one of the far western portion express entrances, and that's from Central Parkway here in Seminole County, where we are going to enter the westbound express entrance up here. Kind of cruise for a little bit, see what traffic's looking like, and then do a nice demo of what a proper merge could look like, as long as we don't run into any problems ourselves. You know, doing this live, you never know how it's going to work. We can only do our best and explain it, and we'll see just that. So we're eastbound here on Central Parkway, right at Douglas. We're going to cross the intersection of Douglas and make a right into the I-4 express lanes at Central Parkway here in Seminole County. Traffic not bad this morning. No major issues. There were some slowdowns early on, Goldenrod and Colonial, one southbound in Brevard along 95 at 520. But we've had a pretty good morning. Fridays, I've said, since post-pandemic, have been a decent ride. All right, so we're going to slide on over, turning signal. Look how creative that turning signal is on that Altamont. All right, we'll slide on in, turning signal on. We're going to hop into the express lane and cruise just for a little bit. See what traffic looks like out here. I'm sure we'll see plenty of speeders flying past us. Speed limit out in the express lane, 60 miles an hour. I'm going to set cruise to about 62 just to avoid anyone coming up on us real quick. And we'll cruise for a little bit, talk about the express lanes out here. And but I do want you guys to see some of the egregious speeds that do occur, if they are occurring out here this morning. Rear camera on for you there as we're traveling. Beautiful day out here. 20% chance of rain throughout the Central Florida coverage area. That means at some point 20% might see a sprinkle. So nothing crazy. Temperatures nice. Beautiful day. No reason for craziness out there. So my plan here is for us to continue traveling westbound I-4 in the express lanes. My goal is to exit at Lee Road. So I know that my next express lane exit based off of the signs out here will be the Lee Road Fairbanks Express exits. If you're trying to enter any of those, then this is when you should begin to prepare. What do I mean by that? Preparing. You're in your car. You know you want to exit up ahead. So what are you going to do? You're going to get over into the right lane. You're going to prep yourself for that exit, because if you wait till the last minute, what do we see all the time? We see the people that are constantly darting across traffic, last minute cutting you off, no turning signals, and 9 times out of 10, there's a distraction occurring, a phone in their hand, something like that. If you know you're going to deal with other traffic, it is 100% up to you to make sure you are the one preparing to cross the traffic. It is not up to those cars on our right side of your screen right now to get ready for you. You have to remember, we are merging into their traffic. The same would be if they were coming into ours. Speeds out here, not crazy this morning. Still got a few cars blowing past me. Red Jeep here, a little quick this morning. Do remember, speed limit out here is 60 in the express lane. It's not a excess lane, it's an express lane. Okay, so our exit is coming up here. I am going to exit at Lee Road, and then we're going to try to do this together. So, here we go. Front camera on. Back camera on so we can see what everything looks like. Here we go. So I've got my turning signal on about 200 feet before my exit. Let traffic know I want to exit here. I'm going to keep my turning signal on because ultimately I want to get out of this merge lane, right? So I'm checking already rear traffic. What does rear traffic look like as I'm coming in? I am not slowing down. I'm shutting my cruise control off so I can pick up just a little bit to slide in. No cars to my right currently. And I am going to scoot on over into this right travel lane. Okay, that other one's blocked. I maintain here. I wait. I get over. I maintain here. I wait. I get over. Okay, I can't get over yet. I'm going to drop my speed. I get over. I am successful in exiting here at Lee Road. Safely. Now, is that stressful? Yep. But it's part of the game. So there's no point in complaining about it. There is a huge responsibility with you as the driver. Does that make sense? Let me try to break this down in a way that, like, I understand even myself. As a cop, or a law enforcement officer, I have to deal with stressful situations sometimes, and I have to train in order to deal with those situations. No matter what I do, I will not be able to avoid that situation. I have to go in prepared, right? Same thing for you. No matter what you do out here on the road, if you have to exit here at Lee Road and you choose to use the express, you have to encounter that situation, right? So you don't want to go into it unprepared. If there is no possibility in changing the roadway exit or infrastructure there, then you as the driver need to go into it with the proper skill set. I think that's fair. So that's what I'm trying to do, give you those skill sets. If you're out here and it's a problem for you to exit, you need to maybe look at what you're doing in your car and how you're conducting the maneuvers, and maybe it could be something you could fix. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We're all not equipped with the exact resources in life in order to encounter every situation, but we can learn. And that's what we're trying to do here. Learn the situation. We've already addressed that exiting from an express lane is stressful. To exit at the immediate one, not necessarily the next one, but the immediate one. So people beeping and the light just turned green. Take a chill pill, have a cup of coffee. So we're gonna now head back onto I-4, and I wanna do it the other direction. So we nice convenient U-turn here. I say U-turn, not really, we used all the proper lanes, had all the green lights. So it would almost be this exact same if I wanted to get on into the express lanes, right? So we get on the gas. We're doing 55 and a 55 here, getting on. My turning signal is already on. I'm looking at back traffic here, waiting for a gap. I found a gap. I slow it down a little bit. I slide in. I maintain the lane. I look. I slide in. I maintain the lane. I look. I slide in. And now I'm here. The reason this is difficult is because you're not prepared to do what I just did. And anyone can be prepared to do it. You just have to do it. So many of us are getting on, and we're on a phone call. We are on the radio. We're texting when you're not supposed to be. You're distracted when you're going into the situation that you're most stressed about. But if you chose to actually focus, then I can guarantee you next time you complained about the position or the situation location, you're going to be like, man, I put the phone down. I was super focused. I had my turning signal on. I was looking in my mirrors, and it was a breeze. The FBI calls that a clue. If you are doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to do it, the outcome is usually fairly positive. We just exited the express at an immediate, no problems. Entered the highway and entered the express immediate with no problem. That's winning. I'm going to try to do it again here at Altamont. We're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to come up here. This is going to be the last time we do it. We're traveling eastbound I-4, approaching the Altamont exit. I want to exit at 436. So I'm going to activate my turning signal. Turning signal's on. Look at some of that side traffic. I'm running parallel to some cars. We're moving at about the same pace, so I know my merge, I'm going to have to make the adjustment. Traffic behind is looking good. Check the side one more time. Nobody's in that immediate lane. Nobody's directly behind me. I'm going to move in. Okay? You have to maintain a lane before you continue all the way over. Turning signal again. I'm over. I'm looking in the back. Right lane's clear. I'm over. All nice and simple. That right lane is still clear, but I don't want to go there, so I'm not going to go there. Our goal is to exit here at Altamont. We already know, if you're aware and looking at the ground and the signs, it's a double right lane exit. You do not need to get all the way over. I'm going to exit, turning signal, and we're over. Every bit of this takes 100% of your attention. Not one bit of your attention can be off of the operations of your car, of the acknowledgement of cars around you when doing this, if you don't want to complain about it. If you want to complain about it, keep doing what you're doing. Stay on the phone. Don't give the attention that the safety issue needs. Complain about everyone else not letting you in. It's not their job to let you in. It's your job to merge properly. And situations like that. So you've got to be really cognizant of your surroundings if you're stressed by it. Because at the end of the day, I think you can eliminate that stress by choice. We're going to head back west from 436, hop back into I-4, express lane slide in, and we're going to end it right there. How about that? Sound good? Cool. Let's turn the camera back around, forward facing here, hanging out this morning. If you're joining us this morning, first and foremost, thanks. Happy Friday. I thought it was Tuesday for some reason. Good morning. Beautiful Friday here. Little cloudy, a little chilly, but it's a nice day. And we're talking merging from the express into the main line of I-4 to the immediate exit. So not the second or third one that you're trying to get to, but if you're exiting off of the express at Lee to exit at Lee, the proper way to get all the way over those multiple travel lanes. And a lot of people just say, well, it's just so difficult. Well, life is difficult, get over it. But we collectively can kind of fix the problem. How often do we drive every single day to whatever we're doing? We're not complaining. Why? Because the stuff we're doing is simple. But when we encounter a little difficult stuff, things start to get stressful for people. So what are we eliminating? 100% distraction. And we are cognizant of everything that's going on around us. So let's get back onto I-4 here. So we're both merging, right? So we all have to be careful here. Two commercial other vehicles. I'm going to be cautious of them. I would hope that they are cautious of me. And we are now back on here to the main line. So different situation, same story. Cars in the back. I want to get into the express, okay? So turning signal's already on. I pick my speed up a little bit. I'm at 60 and a 60. We're good. I'm in the right lane. I see my express lane exit coming up ahead. I need to get over, okay? But if I can't, I can't. If it's not safe, you don't force yourself. I'm there. Nobody in behind me to the left. Turning signal. I'm over. What am I doing that's making this so easy? I'm focused on my driving actions. I'm in, turning signal. We're in. It's done deal. It's over. Nice and smooth. I still have an obligation to merge into the express lanes. I'm kind of in like purgatory, that ghost area of I'm not really in someone's lane yet. I'm in a transition phase. So you have to be paying attention. Turning signal, and I'm in. Nobody behind me, no one next to me. Nice and smooth. Super, super easy stuff. So we're going to continue here. And then for the last one, I'll just slide on over and we'll exit at Lee Road one last time. 8:49 in the morning on a Friday here in Central Florida. And we're talking merge. We've talked it about a lot, but it can be a little difficult for some of y'all in these express lanes when you're having trouble. So these cars are cooking out here. I don't understand, but I guarantee this Mini Cooper would be like, oh, why are you stopping me? Well, you're doing about 10 to 15 over the speed limit. That's why you're getting pulled over. But obviously you guys know, Results 1 is a news vehicle, not a police vehicle. So we are observe and turn it into a what the honk, right? So, all right, here we go again. Coming up on the Lee exit, traffic is getting thicker out here, so I want to pay extra attention. I see my exit. I would recommend in the express, when you see your exit, turn your turning signal on. This does two things. It lets the car know behind you know you're trying to exit, and as you're getting in the express lane and the turn lane, there's a really good chance the cars on the outside are going to see you trying to merge as well. So I do now have another car behind me as we're merging, which could cause some issues if they're not as polite as we are. We'll get up to speed. Remember, you're not touching the brakes here. My right lane's clear. My turning signal is on. I'm over. I know I want to exit. So what am I doing? I'm constantly looking. Turning signal on. I'm over. Because this car here, SUV to the right, is in front of me, I'm not going to pass him. Too aggressive. Turning signal. I'm over. 3 lanes still. I got 1 more to get over. I check behind me. Nobody's there. I'm over. This is really easy, y'all. I mean that. I genuinely mean that. The issue is you have to be willing to pay 100% attention to what's going on. You can't blame another driver. You can't blame anything with the roadway. It is designed for you to follow very detailed rules. What are those rules? Be a driver, meaning you're not focused on anything else. Yield right away. Why? Because you're merging and you're not in possession of anything. You're in a transition phase. Activate your turning signal, right? Maintain the speed of what you are trying to merge into. We're not doing 35 and going into a 60 zone here, y'all, because you're going to cause a crash. You're going to get frustrated. And being 100% eyes everywhere, like a fly, just ding, 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 looking. Your passenger might think you're crazy, but you're going to get off at your exit on time. You're going to do it safely. And then when you finish it, you're going to be like, dang, I've got that figured out. So, guys, thanks for joining us on this beautiful Friday here in Central Florida, where we talked on how to get results when merging from express to your next immediate exit. For now, we're going to wrap this up. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I'll be out hosting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation chapter of Central Florida this weekend. Also out at the Seminole County Sheriff's Office Chili Cook-Off at 11 o'clock. No stream for that. Just be out there. If you're in the area, come by, say hi. Drive safely, and as always, please wear your seatbelt.